in referred international and national journals, including Scopus Interest Journal. She has a royalty earning in case studies in IVUI publication, Canada, Hardware Business Review publication, USA, Global Lens USA, and the Case Centers USA. To his credit, he is also a reviewer at the Cornell Quarterly, USA, Journal of Services Marketing, UK, International Journal of Hospitality Management, USA, and Academy of Management annual meeting from 2017 to 2019. Some of his successful management and marketing consultancies include work with Monoplex Cookies, Cochin, Akai Sets Bangalore, and Seiko Instrument, Japan. He is also empaneled trainer for Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Kochi, Kerala Police, Center Marine Fisheries Research Institute, Kochi State Bank of Tiruvangur at Rural Self-Employment Training Institute, Kerala Finance Corporation, and Kerala Industrial and Technological Consultancy Organization Limited. Having undergone a training in case writing, teaching methods from IIMA, Harvard Business Publications, and UMICH BSA, he is proponent of teaching with cases. He is also an examiner, adjudicator, evaluator, syllabus revision committee member, question paper setter, BioHouse panel member for PhD and MPhil for various universities. He also conducted many management development program and faculty development program which are well communicated by the stakeholders. He has also taken the flight instruction at USA and he was a member of Aircraft Owner and Pilot Association of USA. Sir, I personally apologize, sir, for consulting your entire achievements and other valuable information due to time constraints. So today we have globally reputed and multi-personality person with us. Sir, we are very eager to listen your speech, sir. Now I hand over the entire section to our resource person, Dr. A. Ajit K. Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody can hear me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I invite Ajit K. Thomas, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to remove this presentation. Somebody is presenting here. Ramamurthy is also here. Whose screen? PG Commerce Department SKC. Can you just hand over this presentation to me? You can unpresent. PG Commerce Department SKC can give me the screen. Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Kindly wait for a second. Let me just start my presentation. Kindly wait.
Yes, sir.
This is what we are going. Can you see the presentations? Stop sharing. Just a second. Present now. Okay. Can you see my presentation? Yes, no, yes.
We can clearly see this one.
Can you see this? Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was your learning yesterday? I was also in the presentation of the professor who came from Christ University yesterday. He has given us the economic background. Today, what I am going to talk to you is about the marketing aspect. Okay. So let us start from history. The history is in 1918, there was something called Spanish flu. I hope so many have read about this in the papers. So there is a global recovery from a history pandemic. So that means there is a possibility of light at the end of the tunnel. Many parallels have been drawn between the COVID-19 pandemic and the 1918 Spanish flu, which killed about 50 million people worldwide, and in fact around a third of a global population. So this world has seen this before. You can look at the picture and see that the lady is wearing some kind of a system where she is breathing the right good air. Right. The global impact of Spanish flu was it was a deadly strain of influenza First outbreak was in spring 1918, and the second outbreak happened in autumn 1918. Right. If you see the background, it says, if I fail, he dies. This is the same condition now. If you look at most of the hospitals, this is the same condition. If I fail, he dies. That means if the doctor fails, if the nurses fail, then he dies. Right? You can see a picture of all these, what is happening now and what has happened in the past. We are seeing the same picture repeated. So epidemic influenza, Spanish flu, this disease is highly communicable. It may develop into a severe pneumonia. There is no medicine which will prevent it. Keep away from public meetings, theaters, and other places where crowds are assembled. Keep the mouth and nose covered while coughing and sneezing. When a member of a household becomes ill, place him in a room by himself. The room will be warm. The room should be warm, well ventilated. Attendants should wear a mask, and how to make a mask. So we are seeing history repeated. So let me take you to a small business case. The business case is of Canada. This was in 1919. The Canadian government responded to the crisis by founding a Department of Health in 1919, which aimed to take shared responsibility for controlling, preventing, and managing. I have highlighted whatever is important. It has to prevent, control, and manage diseases. And it says per capita income in Canada fell nearly 15% between 1919 and 21. That means it took 3-4 years to recover. So the goodness is, fortunately, the economy bounced back quickly. And by 1923, per capita incomes were almost back to pre-Spanish flu levels. And up till 1929, the country experienced a period of economic expansion, technological advancement, and improvement of living standards. So I have described the sources below. So if you want to read more about it, you can go and look at the sources there. Right. So I would like to take your attention to one of the latest articles. This is under review, March 26th, 2020, by Correa, Luke, and Werner. So let us highlight this. What it says is, the economic costs and benefits of non-pharmaceutical interventions. Non-pharmaceutical interventions include everything except medicines. So mask is a non-pharmaceutical intervention, right? And it says in their study, they find that the cities that intervened earlier with non-pharmaceutical interventions and more aggressively do not perform worse, and if anything, grow faster after the pandemic is over. Our findings thus indicate that NPIs, non-pharmaceutical interventions, not only lower mortality, they may also mitigate the adverse economic consequences of a pandemic. So this is the background in which I would like to talk to you about our topic today. The topic today is strategies now and for the future. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of marketing here. Hope everyone can hear. Can anyone respond and say, can you hear me? Okay, good. If you can hear me, just say hi. Just say this. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Your voice is very clear.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay. So we are going further. We are going into the topic now. The topic says strategies now and for future. Can you see the screen also? Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Srinivasan Raghavan can now not present. Okay. Right. So what are the inspirations and COVID responses? So by inspirations, what I'm trying to say is, what did the marketer inspire from the disease? Okay, and what are the COVID responses of marketers? So we'll see the first slide. First slide is Samsung came up with a sanitizing service which says, after repair, during your visit, or just by stopping by, we sanitize your Galaxy with ultraviolet rays, killing 99.9% of the germs on your device. So this was a free service. So it says, keep it as clean as this ad.
Present மாத்திட்டாங்க. நீங்க உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா?
Okay. If you ever dreamt playing for millions around the world. Now is your chance. Play inside, play for the world. This was by Nike. So most of you might have seen this. My government Corona help desk WhatsApp number. Prepare, don't panic. India fights Corona. And on the left side, you can see World Health Organization coming up with their own connectivity numbers. They are also on WhatsApp. So this was the response by Google. They said you have to wash your hands and there is a way to do it and this is how you do it. This was the doodle. Amul. Salamul Namaste. Amul, greet the street. So greetings is like this. No more handshakes. Home for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Amul, so are we. Okay. Better saaf than sorry. Okay. This is their response. Protection is the only cure. So this is by an insurance company called Edelweiss Tokyo. They say Star Novel Coronavirus Insurance. So this is a pilot product that they came up with. So Oyo rooms can't work from home. Well, work from Oyo. Use this particular code to get a 50% off. Your office now comes with a bed and room service. So work from Oyo townhouse. So this was their response.
Yes, sir. We can't
Yeah.
see your PPT, sir. We can see only your
See the video?
video only we can see. We can't see.
One second. Okay, stop sharing. Close, present now, a window. Till where did you?
Don't touch the screen.
Yes. Yeah. Till where did your screen? Where did you see? Now you can see?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can see.
So did you see this? Did you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my government response. This is Google Doodle. This is Salamul Namaste by Amul. This is Edelweiss Tokyo. This is an insurance company. This is Oyo Rooms. Your office now comes with a bed and room service. Can't work from home, well, work from Oyo. Right? ITC's response. ITC to go against the tide, pace up product rollouts amid slowdown. So ITC responded by bringing up the number of product rollouts that they are going to that they came up with. Right. KFC suspends finger licking good ad advertisement after receiving coronavirus related complaints. Digital adoption is accelerated across sectors now. Ajit Mohan is from Facebook. He heads the India operations. HUL distributes 3,500 liters of Lifebuoy hand sanitizers to Mumbai police. So Mola is a company which is into animation. So they say if everyone is in quarantine, we help you with your meetings, and you can come and ask us, and we will come up with advertisements for us. So these are different responses by different companies. Let's see another response from the Hindu publications. So there is this ad, you might have seen this ad in the front page. It says, if you really feel the urge to milk something, kindly go find a cow. The world is faced with a health crisis unlike anything it has experienced in the recent years. In a time like this, being thoughtful is the least one can do. However, some are attempting to milk the situation. Sad but true. We at the Hindu group refuse to be drawn into this opportunistic rat race In fact, we strongly discourage it. Going by the stance, we urge marketers, companies, and the general public to not use advertising space and social media in any way to take advantage of this situation or scenario for personal material gain. However, if your messaging is responsible, considerate, and empathetic towards the situation, we are more than happy to spread it through our publication. So this was the response by the Hindu. So what are the inspirations again? So let me show you some more international responses. So this is a response from Jaguar. It says, stay safe, be kind, and look forwards. Together we will get through this. Let's see the next one. Stay home, stay safe. Keep distance, stay together. So this was the response from Emirates. So let me take a small, short question session here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Anybody, if you can hear?
Yes, sir. Sir, we can hear your voice, sir. Sir, you can continue, sir. Participants, just wait a minute. Don't present your screen. Vishu God is listening. Sir, kindly stop the present. Sir, stop his presentation. Within a few minutes, sir will join with us. Correct. Till now it is right. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ask them to write in the feedback. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Dear participants, our resource person gave an assignment to us. So what you have learned from his presentation up to this time, kindly give it in chat box. He will join with us within 1 minute. Due to network problem, he will join with us again. So in this time, we would admit the newcomers. Yes. Okay. Our resource person on the line. Sir, yes, sir, you can continue, sir. We can see your screen, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear me now?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Very good. Yeah. Can you see the screen also now? Marketing screen?
Yes, sir. We can see
Okay.
the.
Okay. So till now, see, these are some technical problems that we have. That don't worry about it. You just keep yourself on mute. So whatever videos that we have seen and whatever responses that we have seen are the now of what marketers do. Okay. So that is why I have highlighted the now. So if you are going to look at the patterns, what are the patterns of all these advertisements that we have seen? The first is advertisements are now become compassionate and it has become very optimistic. Do you agree by that fact? Yes. Okay. So it has become very, very compassionate and it has become very optimistic. Okay. Second is it is reference to the consumer now. So what consumer wants is more important than what the company have. So and then companies started meeting online. So you see a lot of these companies coming on social media and all that, which are secondary media that they were using before in a very, very meager way. They have gone online now. Okay. And the orientation is customer orientation. And companies have started giving discounts also. And some people have started giving donations. So what does that mean? It gives some kind of a feeling for the public, general public, that the company is doing something good at the time of need, right? And BAU is business as usual. So we have to look at what is going to be the business as usual. The companies have to be very, very careful. And there is something called beyond also, business as usual and beyond also. Okay, so let me recap this again. So companies have become compassionate. They have become very, very optimistic in their outlook. They have become very, very optimistic in their advertisements. And they are becoming very, very customer oriented now. And they are getting the feeling of the customer in their advertisements. They are meeting customers online. They have discounted their prices. They have started giving donations, especially to Prime Minister's Relief Fund and other places where people are in need. And they have to look at business as usual in the near future. Maybe by December, everything will be all right. You cannot predict when, but then things will be all right very soon, because we are in a very, very, if you look at the Spanish flu, at that point in time, they took only 3 years to come back to the normal. That means this, with all these technologies and with all these pharmaceutical companies and with all these researchers going around, things should fall in place very soon. But companies have to look at what is going beyond the business as usual also. Basically, they have to be very, very careful, right? So what are the strategies that companies can use? That's the next question that we have to address. So what we have addressed here is how are they doing it now? But then we are going to see what are they going to, what are the strategies that they have to adopt. The first is they have to be very, very crisp and clear in the clutter, because everybody, 90% of the people are not listening to anything now because they have their own problems to solve. So advertisement is always all about listening. Marketing is also about communicating, and you have the 4 P's of marketing called product, price, place, and promotion. This is what they do. But then they have to be very, very, the advertisers, marketers have to be very, very crisp in their communication and very, very clear also. Because 80%, 90% of what we say is not seen in the clutter, because everybody is so much worried about their family, so much worried about their income, so much worried about their family's health, and so much worried about getting out into the open, out of their house. So everybody is quite happy being in the house. So in this clutter, they have to be crisp and clear. Overused social media, there is a lot of social media that is being used, and people are in an insecure clutter. So this is the time when companies can respond and come up with crisp and very, very clear communication by way of advertisements. So that's the first strategy. Second strategy is they have to be very, very caring. Companies has to be caring, and they have to be concerned also, because you cannot just wait. You have seen the advertisement of Hindu which says don't make advantage of the situation. So no more advantage marketing, no more reaping benefits marketing, no more instant marketing, and companies have to be very, very concerned and very, very caring. So this is the second strategy that company can adopt. There are only few strategies that I'm going to discuss today. So first was crisp and clear communication. Second is caring and concern. Let's see the third one. The third one is they have to be innovative. And now companies have been innovative. There are companies which are manufacturing, especially when you see companies in Italy, you see companies which come up with fashion innovativeness within a span of 2 weeks. That's not the kind of innovativeness that I'm talking about. I'm talking about innovativeness when there are no budgets, innovativeness when there are no equipments, innovativeness when there is a company and there is a customer. That is just me and you, right? That innovativeness is what I'm talking about. So companies have to be strategically innovative, and they have to be resourceful also. They cannot just say, they have to be resourceful in coming out with ideas. We have seen many recordings of people who are singing songs from different locations. So that is the resourcefulness that I'm talking about. So companies have to be innovative. So the first is crisp and clear communications. Second is caring and concern. Third is innovative and resourceful. Fourth is risk awareness. You have to be very, very, the strategy should be to avoid all risk, because this is about money. Communication is about money. So you have to be taking the risk very, very carefully, and it has to be very, very calculated, because you don't know you don't have any certainty of what is tomorrow. So uncertain world, very, very vulnerable situation, and very, very risky future, and we are in the shadow. So the fourth idea that I want to propose to the companies is they have to be risk aware and they have to be calculated. So these are the four strategies that I have identified. So crisp and clear in this clutter, caring and concerned, don't talk about instant reaping benefits, and you have to be innovative and resourceful, because we don't have budgets, companies does not have budgets, customer does not have money with them, no equipments with them, no more big videos and big cameras with them. You cannot just go out, just me and you. So you have to be very, very passionate. That's another idea that I want to propose here. So innovative, resourceful, and passionate, and risk averted, very, very calculated. You cannot we don't know what is happening tomorrow. So uncertain, vulnerable situations are there out there. You have to be very, very taking very, very calculated risk, and we have to be taking, because everybody is in the shadow, everybody is in a risky future, and everybody is vulnerable. Right. So, what is the future? The future is prepare now and preempt. Preempt means take action in order to prevent. So, prepare now because there might be a next crisis also. You never know, because you don't know whether the next crisis will come in the form of a second no, wave of the pandemic. So, the next crisis has to be taken care of in your strategies. You cannot you have to be a little bit ad hocism. You have to do a little bit of ad hocism, but don't do a lot of ad hocism. You have to have a reactive response. You cannot have a proactive response because there are many things which are happening, and then sometimes you have to take a reactive risk or a reactive response also. Action first is the key word there. You have to take the action first, right? So preempt and prepare now. This is what the strategies for the future is. Second is inevitable. Change the world. The world is going to be changing. Customers are going to be different. People, I mean, companies have to think it in a different way. Marketing styles should be different, and this is inevitable. You cannot just blame anybody for this. This is inevitable. You have to just manage your changed world. Consider learning from the changes. There are so many things that we can learn from these changes. You can reflect on the learnings, and I would primarily say revisit marketing plans for the future, because when you start when there is a company, they actually create strategies for the next year. Revisit the marketing plans. That's called the marketing plan. Revisit the marketing plan, because what is intended for yesterday is not working now. So you have to revisit the marketing plan. So basically, you have to consider learning from the changes, reflect on learning, revisit marketing plans for the future, and changed world is inevitable. So changed attitudes are also there. So changed attitudes and behavior for the customers. Likely, there are so many likely changes. Philip Kotler has discussed something. I've sent you this pre-read yesterday. You might have read through it. It only says that there's a great depression ahead, and it says health economic impact is going to be very, very strong, and people have anxiety. Now companies have to re-examine what they are thinking. People are thinking of what to consume and how to consume, how much to consume. So people have started, they don't go for anything what is premium. They don't want to eat out. They don't want to buy things which are costly, because salaries have come down for many people. And how much to consume is also considered. People have started considering how much to consume also. So in case people were happily consuming more of biscuits, maybe people have come down on. I'm taking only a very, very simple example of biscuits. Maybe now we have seen these cream biscuits. We don't buy the cream biscuits now at our home. So we don't want to, we want to save this money for the future. So how much to consume is also there. And influences of inequality. There are going to be a lot of these influences of inequality, because people at different levels, you have the haves and the have-nots, and people are there in the different tiers also. You have people who are rich, people who are poor, people who are, people who are in the middle class, people who are in the upper middle class. So this is going to, this pandemic is going to influence their equality also. So companies have to look at how all this is influenced by class issues and inequality. And consumers will be more thoughtful about what they consume and how much they need to consume. So Philip Kotler also, in his article, he talks about capitalism is an economic system based on the private ownership of means of production and their operation of profits. He says characteristics central to capitalism include private property, capital accumulation, wage labor, voluntary exchange, a price system, and competitive markets. This is going to change. That is what he says in his finds in his article. He writes in his article. So we will see what are the few points that he is discussing in the article. The article says changed attitudes again, and the behavior of customers is going to change. And he says brands will vanish. Brands will no longer exist. What is good for me, what is worthwhile using is what the customer will use. So it says brands will vanish. And it also he also says people are going to be concerned about their fragile health. because of the pandemic, because of the COVID-19, they'll have this feeling of fragile health, and the people will eat healthy. So people will eat more of citrus fruits and homegrown food, and people will select items which are rich in nutrients and all that. Health cost is going to be very high. So people are going to be staying safe. So this is what he talks about in this article in the first few paragraphs. He says brands will vanish, fragile health, eat healthy, health costs will be high, so people will stay safe. And he identifies some behavior. He says lost jobs, and because of lost jobs, people will spend less. So marketers has to be very careful in what the offer is. When they offer the product, they have to offer products which are not very costly. More homegrown crops, that means less eat out. So loss of jobs, spend less. Lost jobs, spend less. More home crops, less eat out. So marketers should plan for these kind of products. Okay, and it says more family and friends. That means they are going to be talking to their family and friends more. And at the most, what you can do is you can go to the social media, and and most of these family and friends together will urge the social media also to use less. Okay, so customers who are using less will urge people to use less through social media. Customers who are vegetarians will urge through social media to go vegetarian. Customers who are eating healthy will urge through social media to eat healthy products. That is what it says. That is what he means by urge through social media. And brands there are plenty of brands, but what is the greater purpose? Lifebuoy has come up with this. Unilever has come up with this idea of giving sanitizers to the police, right? So their greater purpose is to stay healthy. Their greater purpose is to keep everybody healthy. So brands have to be. No, Lifebuoy is not a brand for them now. It has a greater purpose. So brands, if marketers have to manage their brands should have a greater purpose, and that greater purpose should be connected to the customer. That is what it means. So changed attitudes and behavior. They will spend less. They will eat less. Eat less out. That means less eat outs. They don't go to the restaurants and all that. They will have more of family and friends with them. They will urge through social media to do what they are doing, and brands should actually come up with a greater purpose. We will go to the next slide. He talks to us another three more ideas. The idea here is he talks about income equality. He talks about Great Depression. He talks about health economic impact. He talks about anxiety of people. He talks about re-examine what the marketers do. He talks about what to consume, how much to consume, influences of inequality. So we'll see this also. So this is what he talks about in his article. So that brings us to the time for discussion. So if you have a question, you can type in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer if I know the answer. If I don't know the answer, please send your email ID so that I can write to you. So that sorts of bring down my presentation. So Mrs. Dr. Amrita, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your nice presentation. You have explained the topic with a simple and a great examples. So participants, this is the time to you. If you have any queries, kindly unmute your mic and ask to the resource person. He is ready.
Yes. I hope everybody has seen the presentation completely. Okay, ready.
Sir, I am Dr. Pushkala. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. So I could join only in between. Sorry, I could not join in the beginning. But my question is, even once they are marketing all the products, okay, they used to have all health appeal. Generally, but now here afterwards, health appeal only works. But along with that, they should come with the valid proof, that is some scientific backing of what they say. This is my opinion, sir.
Sure. Absolutely. Companies cannot sustain in a world where the customers are not connected. Earlier,
Yeah.
we have become companies have become very greedy, and every other week they will come up with a new product, and they will sort of manage the customers in such a way that the money from the pocket of the customer goes to the company. Now, not
Yeah.
anymore. Not anymore. You are very right. No, not anymore.
Yes, sir.
Customers are
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to be looking at what now the benefits are. Is the company going to be supporting me? Is the so I will take a very small example also. Now, even
Yes,
though
sir.
it is a bad example, I will talk about a very small example. See, companies have been making money for a very long time. I know of a company which is making 300 crores every year, and this company has around 10,000 employees with them. And then suddenly, when the COVID happened, no, their salaries were blocked. And the
Okay.
first salary after May 25th was given in, after March 25th. So March 25th salary has to be given on April 1st, right? They did not
Yeah.
give it April first week. They did not even give it in May first week. They gave it only in May 20th, on May
Okay.
20th. That means when the company has lot of money, when employees are supporting them, even though it is out of our topic of marketing, but companies have to really take care of their employees. Only then, see, if the employee is happy, they will be happy doing marketing for him. They will talk about this. So that's another example that I wanted to cite. Companies
Yes, sir.
should, everybody will look at a company, and they create feelings about the company.
Yeah.
And that is what I wanted to sort of add here, even though
Yes,
it is
sir.
not under our purview of marketing. Yeah, you
Yes,
are
sir.
very right. Correct. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That too, in the Delhi also, one mushroom growing one farmer, he sent his employees, 10 employees by flight to their native. Now,
Yeah.
that good deed has become a big marketing and appeal to
Yes.
everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will talk about a small point also here, since she has brought up this idea. The idea is, see, you have to do an internal marketing before you do an external marketing.
Excellent.
Internal marketing is connecting with your employees, keeping them happy. When the company is, when the people are happy, they will make sure that the company can sort of sell their products. I used to work for hotels before.
Okay.
So we say, if the
Adoption of
employee
ethical
is happy,
practices alone
they
is
will
good
make the
marketing now.
customers happy. When the customer is happy, the company becomes happy. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
the idea behind it. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Next
you so much.
question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr.
Sir, some
Kumari wants to ask some question.
participants,
Yes. Yes. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
some participants, the question are gone.
No, you will have to ask me the question again. I didn't hear you.
Open the chat.
Yeah. In case you are not audible, I mean, in case you cannot speak, you can give it on the question here on the chat.
One participant, Ganesh Muthaya sir asked that future continuous changes, then how to develop our Indian economy? The question of Ganesh Muthaya sir.
So basically, in our presentation, we were looking only at the marketing aspect. Indian economy, yesterday, the professor from Christ has given a lot of ideas. I think most of the participants who I see today was there yesterday also. I can see many faces which are familiar. So he was talking about the economic impact, and he was talking about how economy has to be developed. So I will add one more point to what he was telling yesterday. See, the money has to be coming into the hands of the people. If the company says we don't have money, and if we don't give the salaries to the people, to the employees, what will happen in turn? They will not spend it in the market. When they don't spend it in the market, and when they don't give this money, I mean, when they cannot utilize this money, then naturally the economy will come down. So if you, I'll take a very small example here. Now my brother works in, my brother owns a couple of shops in the UK, and what the government told them was, if you have a shop, if you have an establishment, 80% of the salary will be given by the government. So only 20% they have to, the owners have to create from their own business. 80% of the money is given by the government. So what they are trying to do is they are trying to plow in money into the market and keep the economy stable. But in India, unfortunately, we do not have any kind of government support like that. So typically, governments should, should support people who do not have money, and at least they should see. In Kerala, if you see, they have given through the ration shops and all that, they have given lots of produce. I mean, they have given lot of groceries and other things. So everybody is happy with that, but then the money will not come out into the market. If the money comes out into the market, only then we can sustain the market. So I think I have sort of answered most of his question. I know that I have not answered completely, but these are the directions. These are the directions. Next question.
Participants, now you can ask questions.
There is a question which says, will there be cost control and will prices get reduced for sophisticated products because of this COVID? I don't think so, because if you are trying to get the money items of those kind of items, then you cannot bring the prices up. That is why I said you have to be, the companies have to be very careful. Offer something free to the customer, then the customer will always look for the fee, right? So you cannot bring down the price. Let us say Volvo car, you cannot sell it at 10 lakh rupees, because the customer will expect that 10 lakh rupees after the COVID also. So I don't think this answer is to Srividya Balaji, right? I don't think that the sophisticated or so-called luxury products will bring down their prices because of the COVID. Second question is from Ganesh Mutaya. He says, in future, our export was raised. So yeah, he might be asking this question saying that exports might rise. Yes, exports are possible. We need to find markets outside. But then initially for the 6 months, you will not see many people who are buying from outside countries. But then you don't know. Nobody can predict the future. That is what I wanted to tell you. Gurusamy has a question. How to regain the supply chain management after lockdown period? Very difficult. Supply chain management is the most affected for the time being. That is what the responses. If you see the world, documentaries which have come up during the COVID, the most affected places are tourism, supply chain. Retail is not that affected. That is what I wanted to tell you. Paul Raj asks a question: how to develop a sales in small scale industries after lockdown period? Any strategies? Strategies is very simple. Connect with the previous customers, because it takes 80% of your money to capture the 20% of the people you already have. So don't go behind new customers. Try and manage the old customers. Identify people who are important for you. Manage them. I think that is what you have to do in small scale industry. So whoever has been supporting you, manage them properly. Go to them, at least pick up the phone and ask them how they are feeling. Don't go to the customer only for buying, only for selling your product. So small scale industries should pick up the phone and speak to them and say, how is their family? Do you require any kind of help? No, ask them, right? And that is how you manage that is how you have to manage the small scale industries, I think. Yeah. Another question is from Selva Bala Yuvani. Okay. Now people moved from branded to needy things. Will this remain for long? Yes, it is going to remain for long. That is what Philip Kotler in his article wrote. Philip Kotler is considered to be the the guru of marketing. Okay, so he also says, that is what is going to happen. Branded things for some more time, not many, because see, I used to use the product Axe Effect, the deodorant. Now for the last 3 months, I have not been using it. So where is the question of the brand? So I don't think you need any of the brands anymore, right? And yeah, because people don't have money, they don't have money with them, so they might not use it. You see, whatever money they have, they will use only for their khana, food. Right? So they don't use branded products. Who is interested in branded now? See, it is going to be strong, like that for some more time. I think that is my prediction. Is it possible to export sales in the shortest period? Difficult, but then if you have already started exporting, you might have some connect with the foreign countries. So that is what I have an answer for. Otherwise, you will have to find. Anyway, you are on. You might have to find people who can buy from you. So export sales, Tirupur is very badly affected. That is what I heard. Most of these cotton apparel is very affected. That is what I heard from one of the conferences in the past. Recently, I have been in a conference. They were saying difficult to sustain. I've been in a conference with hospitality people. So they say they cannot even open the shutters. Right? A hotel has to have at least 5 crores for running it for 1 month, for maintaining it for 1 month, even though there are no customers. 5 crores. Example is from a hotel in Cochin, where they have 200 room. It is a 200 room property. I talked to a day before yesterday. There was a conference of cinema people, and they are saying to open a theater, they will have to pay 50,000 rupees as their electricity bill, and every second day they have to run the projector for 30 minutes. They have to run all the they have to run all the lights. They have to they have to run all the sound systems for 30 minutes, and that will escalate costs. And their current bill, the electricity bill, is approximately 1 lakh rupees every year, because every month, because 50,000 rupees is a static bill that they get, and whatever additional they use is is to be paid to the STB, the state electricity boards. Right. This is Kamala Veni. She says this is the right time to motivate our local brands. Yes, absolutely. That is why in one of my slides I was talking about customers who will talk in social media to go local, right? Think global, but then go local, right? And buy products which are local. So definitely that motivation will come, because people have become vegetarians. People have become very smart in their consumption, how to consume and how much to consume, and they have started informing other people and people in their social circle that they should buy locally. So you are very right. This is the right time to motivate our local brands. I agree with you, and then that is that we also should buy it from local. We also should go and buy it, except that you have to wear the mask and you have to use the hand sanitizer and you have to go to a local place to buy it. Don't go to big places and buy it. This is the right time to show concerns for other people. You are very right. Right. Local sellers are selling more than MRP. That we need to, that is a separate situation that you can, of course, complain to the customer. You have this, what do you call that? Consumer forums and all that. So you can get an online, you just Google search for consumer forums, and there we can complain. That is what we can do. And take a bill also. Take a bill. If the local sellers are selling it more than MRP, and if you can afford 1 rupee, 2 rupee, it is okay. But if it is more than MRP, take a bill, take the product, do a customer complaint. First inform the company, next inform the court. Consumer courts are also there, right? But definitely inform the company. There is a On every packet, there will be a customer care number, and there will be a customer care email. Write to them and tell them local seller is your seller and he is charging more. But then if it is 1 rupee, 2 rupee, that's okay. Right. Yeah, that is the answer for Lakshmi Commerce. Right.
Anybody wants
Yes.
to clear your queries? I think it's over.
So,
Okay, thank you. You have cleared all the queries with a live example. It is excited one. We have learned many things from your presentation. You gave us such an excellent presentation. You won lot of hearts. So, on behalf of Commerce Department, I thank you for allotting your valuable time among your busy schedule. Thank you so much, sir.
sure, anytime. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I also have put in my email ID here on the chat box. So if somebody wants to contact me on the email ID, you can do that. My LinkedIn ID is Ajit K. Thomas. So you can go to linkedin.in and you can search for Ajit K. Thomas. The material that I shared on the WhatsApp also is from my LinkedIn ID. So if there is something that you want to connect with me on, you can definitely connect. And if you have more questions, you can ask me those questions on the email. If I know the answer, I will find an answer for you. If I don't know, I will find it from somewhere else. I take this opportunity to thank the organizers, and I thank all the participants. You have been very, very supportive, even though there was a technical problem in between. But I think most of you have seen most of my slides. That is how I would like to say. And thank you so much for that. And over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, Thank you, professors, for your active participation. I will send today feedback and quiz at 3 p.m. Yesterday quiz, out of 191, nearly 70 participants scored full marks. That is, they have answered correctly all the questions. I expect today more. So thank you so much, Ajit sir. Be with us for a few hours. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants. So I thank the management, your college also for permit you with us. Thank you, sir. Participants, now the session is wind up. Let us see tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Like a video, please.